What's up, people? Welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football related issues concerning transfer, player profile, and other football matters. So, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the push notification bell so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Of course, it's been long, almost a weeks and some days. I put it on my community page that most of you have seen it because I have seen most of you liked it. So, of course, examination mood, and that is why I have not been uploading. But from next week, later in next week, around Friday going, I'll be uploading more videos, back to back content. But for now, it is examination mood, and that is why I have not been uploading. But this news or this particular video is very important, and that is why I am doing this. Tomorrow I have a paper, but still we have to accommodate. We have to law of accommodation. We have to accommodate, and that is why I'm doing this particular video. Very important. This video is the Champions League draw. Of course, the Champions League draw happened on the 31st of August. As of the time of recording, it is 1st September, midnight or of course morning September. So Champions League group stages, the draw has been done, or the draw is done, and then we have so much of exciting draw. Some of the draws are also looking like Europa League draw and all of that, but we'll go through the draw. We'll see the so-called group of death, the so-called Europa League groups. We'll see them. Of course, I'm a Chelsea fan. Chelsea is not playing the Champions for this particular season. Liverpool fans, you are also you are not happy, because Liverpool are also not playing in the Champions League this particular season. Of course, it is England. When you slack a little bit, you are not going to play the Champions League. Fact. You understand? So Chelsea didn't do well last season. We placed 12th. Liverpool also placed 5th. Fortunately, Liverpool are playing Europa League, but that is not where they belong. They belong in the Champions League. But of course, we have Newcastle and Arsenal packing in to support Manchester City and then Manchester United. So, of course, we are expecting much bigger things from them. So, the Champions League draw. But before we move straight into the draw, we look at the draw. Make sure you follow us on IG, football_insights on IG. On X, it is footy_insights on X, and then on TikTok, massive content going on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, football_insights or footy insights 1 on TikTok. This is your Champions League group review. Let's get straight into the video. So, of course, before the Champions League group stages started, or before they started, picking the boss, it is the boss, so they pick the boss, Group A, Group B. Before they did that, the UEFA president, Alexander Seferin, had every year. Of course, he does it every year. Every year, he gives a small speech, about the current situation of the UEFA, and then he announced the person who will be winning the presidential award and all of that. So he had a little bit of speech about UEFA, how far UEFA have come and all of that, the initiative UEFA is doing and all of that. So he said something about the Saudi Pro League, and then he said some two comments that are I will call it bluffing, because I see it as bluffing, because we all know the power the Saudi people control, or the Saudi people has. So he was saying something like it is unambitious people who moves to the Saudi league. Bro, you don't do that. You are building your league, or you are building your empire. Someone is also building his empire. The fact that the person has money and the person is dragging people from Europe doesn't mean that you call them unambitious people. In as much as I know, as much as I am concerned, the Saudi people are very ambitious, and that is why you see them splashing money left, right, center. So you cannot call them unambitious people. It is not good, papi. Severin, we know you love the money. And of course, he's also corrupt. The football is a corrupt sport. So don't let these kind of things get to you. You know, he's corrupt. Everyone is corrupt in the game. The game is all about money. So when people have money, or when people are so much trusted, and then they are taking your players from Europe to come to Saudi Arabia, they are offering them big money. You don't call them unambitious. Because if the person is not ambitious, the person will not be splashing money left, right, center. The fact that, yes, you are well known doesn't mean that the person who is splashing money to get players to come and help the league, to come and help push the Saudi agenda, is unambitious. That is not good, Sefren. So that is what Sefren said. Quickly, let's move to the group stages. Group A has Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Copenhagen, FC Copenhagen, and then Galatasaray from Turkey. So Bayern Munich from Germany, Manchester United, England, FC Copenhagen, Denmark, and then Galatasaray, Turkey. Then this group, when we were watching the Champions League draw, we had Bayern Munich at Group A, Manchester United. We were laughing because we thought, a team like AC Milan will place Copenhagen here, so that, of course, we will laugh because this is so clear. Bayern Munich are going to top this group. They are going to score Manchester United home and away. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's speak the fact. Bayern Munich are not on form of their life. They are not top right now. But mind you, they have strengthened their squad. Currently, they have a new striker, a top striker that you know that when you give him 3 chances, he's going to score 2, and that is 𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐈𝐂𝐋 from Tottenham Hotspurs. They have 𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐋 right now as their top striker. They are also looking at bringing in 𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐈𝐂𝐋 to tackle in, to strengthen their midfield position. So Bayern Munich will be very scary. And then Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is more of a reserved coach. He doesn't play the attacking football of Bayern Munich. So he is trying to change the way Bayern Munich play a little bit. And then it is going to cause problem because those players there are more of an attacking players. They always attack you. You will score them 3, but they will score you 6. That is Bayern Munich. They always attack. But for now, Thomas Tuchel is looking at a bit of he's more of a conservative coach. He doesn't attack so much. He believes in score 2, score 3, and then defend. That is Thomas Tuchel, and it doesn't fit Bayern Munich so well, and that is why you see them panicking. You see them suffering a little bit. But I know, of course, Bayern Munich are going to come good. So Manchester United, of course, they are going to qualify. Galatasaray, don't forget, Galatasaray has done a bit of additions. Hakim Ziyech, Icardi, a whole lot of players moved in the Fred is also there. So a whole lot of players moved in the mainstream Europe to Turkey, and that is Galatasaray. So they will also worry a little bit. But I see Bayern Munich and Manchester United qualifying in this group. Group B, and then this group looks like an Europa group because Sevilla, Arsenal, PSG, Eindhoven, and then RC Lens. Of course, it looks like an Europa group, and then more of the groups will be coming because more of the groups looks like an Europa League group. But of course, they have qualified for the Champions League, so we will not disrespect them. We will not discourage their effort. They put in so much effort to get to where they are. So of course, we'll pick them up. So Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV Eindhoven, and then RC Lens. This particular group, people don't look at this group. They look at this group as just a mere group, but this particular group is going to be very, very, very difficult because their strengths are a little bit as the same. Because I will call it the same. That is the group for you because Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV Eindhoven, and then RC Lens. Don't forget, RC Lens will worry. Of course, they have sold Sekou Fofana, Loic Openda to RB Leipzig, but they still have the squad. They still have the depth to worry. But I don't see them qualifying though. I see Arsenal topping the group. Arsenal will score Sevilla home and away. When I say it, people don't believe it, but Arsenal are too strong for these particular teams. I see Arsenal topping the group, Sevilla placing the second, and then PSV Eindhoven. PSV Eindhoven, Look at them. They are the team to look at. They will worry. So this is the what I have to say about the Group B. Let's move to Group C. Group C has Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. This group also looks like an Europa League group, but the top two teams are of course they are the top two teams, but Braga and Union Berlin in the Champions League, bro. Braga and Union Berlin in the Champions League, bro. This is an Europa League kind of group, but Napoli, Real Madrid, of course, Real Madrid are going to top the group, but Napoli will worry because they have the reason why I'm placing Real Madrid on top of the group is that Napoli, the Napoli team that we saw or we knew last season, it's not the same Napoli team. Of course, they have lost one or two, Matias Politano, one or two players, but um, the most integral part of the group are there. Richard Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, Zambo, and Ginza. They have added players, but their coach is not there. Luciano Spalletti is not there. He is coaching Italian national team right now. So their coach Luciano Spalletti is not there. But of course, they have an integral part of their team. They are available. So because of their coach, I am placing Real Madrid as the top of the group. They will top the group. Of course, Real Madrid is Real Madrid. We won't talk much about Real Madrid in the Champions League. Real Madrid, the Champions League is Real Madrid. Real Madrid is the Champions League. But when they get too carried away, you will be pasted for 4-0 against Manchester City. So that is Real Madrid. I saw Rodrigo tweeted or Rodrigo on X saying Apollo 15, bro. Calm down, bro. Calm down. You don't really have so much attacking power to talk of Apollo 15. Calm down. What is Apollo 15? You said same thing Apollo 14 last season. You got pasted 4-0 by Manchester City. So calm down, bro. So Napoli and Real Madrid will qualify for this group. Union Berlin will also worry, but I don't see them being or pulling a threat to Napoli or Real Madrid. Of course, that Datu Fafana, I'll be watching you. I'll be cheering you up. Union Berlin, their new striker, Datu Fafana, Gerardo Becker is also at Union Berlin. So Union Berlin, I'll be cheering them up. But of course, I don't see them qualifying. I see them qualifying for the Europa League or placing third in this group, but I don't see them qualifying. So Real Madrid will top the group, Napoli will be second, Union Berlin third, and then Braga will be the shipping boys in this particular group. Group D has Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and then Real Sociedad. This group is also a bit of tricky group because Benfica are top players. They are top team. Inter Milan, of course, the previous finalist of the Champions League. You should be afraid of them. They are the big boys here. You should be afraid of them. Salzburg are also, a team. They play fluid football, of course. Salzburg are Salzburg. Whereas to say that they don't also, they are a team that you undermine them, but when they get you, they are going to discipline you. Whereas to say that, but they haven't started the season on a high. But of course, it is a Champions League. When players are playing the Champions League, they give it their all. So, in this group, I think Benfica are going to top this group. The Benfica team that we saw or we knew last season coming into this season, I think they are going to top the group. Inter Milan will be second. Real Sociedad third. I see RB Salzburg as the shipping boys in this group. They are not going to be the shipping boys. And then, mind you, in this group, remember this, and I am saying this: the points will be similar. The point gap will not be too huge. 13, when you get 13 points, you can qualify. 13, 12, 10, 9, 7, or 8. What is going to happen here in this particular group D? The points are not going to be so much, the gap are not going to be very, very, very big. The gap are going to be very, 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 very close. So when you take your chance, you qualify for this group. But I see Benfica topping the group, Inter Milan placing the second, Real Sociedad third, and then Salzburg fourth. Let's move to group E. Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and Celtic. This group also screens Europa League, of course, because when you remove Atletico Madrid, this group is an Europa League group. I don't know how this particular Champions League, the groups looks like a lot of the groups looks like an Europa League group, but Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and then Celtic, Atletico Madrid. Let me say this. You have started the season very, very, very well. We don't want that particular performance that you gave to us last season. You have to top this group, Atletico Madrid. You have to top this group. You have started the season on a high. You have the materials to qualify for this group. You have the materials to ship all these boys. So Atletico Madrid, I am expecting them to top the group, and then I am expecting Lazio to place second in this particular group, even though I don't believe they will be second, but I am expecting them to be second in this particular group. Of course, Feyenoord and then Celtic, one of them will be third, and then I see Celtic to be fourth, but Celtic are too dangerous when they are playing the Champions League. So that is what I have to say about Group E. Let's move to Group F. Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, and then Newcastle. This is the group of death. This is the group of death. Of course, when you know that this is the group of death. And then some of the key players in this particular group are, Marco Reus, Kylian Mbappe, Rafael Leao, and then Alexander Isak. So this particular group is the group of death. PSG, Dortmund, Milan, and the Newcastle. Flipping now. Top teams in this particular group. But I see PSG qualifying. I see PSG topping the group. Still, I see PSG. People will say PSG doesn't have the team. PSG have the team for this particular season. When they start to play the champion, or when they start the Champions League, you will see that PSG have the team. As of now, they don't have the names that they used to have last season. But as of team, they have a team. Because even in the attack, they are not looking at superstars. They have Mbappe, they have Ousmane Dembele, they have Gonzalo Ramos. Remember, they are looking forward to bring Randall Kolo, my boss. They are also looking at Brian Bakola. Bakola is also there. So they have the attack to hurt you. The attack are not superstars like Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, but the attack carries so much weight. And then in the middle, of course, Marco Verratti are looking at leaving PSG. But so far as he is a PSG player, we still count him as a PSG player. They have Vitinha, they have Carlos Soler, they have Fabian Ruiz, they have Marco Verratti, they have Manuel Ugarte, Danilo Pereira is also there. So they have the men. In the defense, I won't talk much about the defense because we have Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Milan Skriniar. So they have the men. Gigi Donnarumma is also in post. So they have the men. Don't make nobody lie you. They have the men to top this group. So I think PSG are going to top this group. And then I see Milan and Newcastle. One of them will be second in this group. One will ask Dortmund. I don't see Dortmund as a threat. Right? Honestly, I don't see them. Of course, on paper they are a threat, but I don't see them much of a threat. I see Newcastle, trashing Dortmund in St. James Park. Of course, people see Newcastle. Of course, the draw hasn't been fair to Newcastle, but Newcastle has quality that they can, on any day, they can hurt you. So I am trusting my boys, Newcastle, black and white people. Let's go. They're pushing the England agenda. Newcastle, people see them as the shipping boys. But I believe in Newcastle that Newcastle are going to do something about this group. Milan will be second on paper. Milan should be second. Milan have the men. They have Chukwueze. They have Noah Okafor, Christian Pulisic, Giroud, or a whole lot of squad. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Fikayo Tomori, Mike Mayon. They have the squad. They have the men. So I see PSG and Milan qualifying for this group. But if I wouldn't be surprised to see Newcastle pull one or two, surprise in this particular group. So the group of death, I see PSG and Milan qualifying, but I am rooting for Newcastle to also pull a surprise. So in Group G, we have Manchester City, RB Leipzig, and then Red Star Belgrade, formerly Red Star Belgrade, and then Young Boys. Red Star Belgrade, I have one of my boys there, Osman Bukhari. Speed, Osman Bukhari. I will be cheering you up. I know you will do something, but of course, they won't qualify. Red Star Belgrade won't qualify, but Manchester City, RB Leipzig, Young Boys, and Red Star Belgrade. Of course, every day Man City have the easiest group. I don't understand why they always have their way out. Always they have the easiest group. I don't understand. For fun fact, Manchester City has had RB Leipzig in their group for 3 consecutive seasons in the Champions League. Always they have RB Leipzig in their group. I don't understand. So that is group G for you. Manchester City will shape them all. Manchester City will top the group. I see RB Leipzig, of course, will be second. Young Boys will be third, and then West Ham Belgrade will be the shipping boys. But Osman Bukhari, I know you can do something. Do something for me, Osman Bukhari. So let's quickly move to group H, and then group H has, and that is the last group: Barcelona, FC Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and then Royal Antwerp. Barcelona are very, 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 very lucky this time around. I was expecting something like, some AC Milan, some Inter Milan for them in the group, some Manchester United, some Newcastle in the group, some Arsenal in their group, but they are very, 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 very lucky. They got lucky this time around. They have FC Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and then Royal Antwerp. Of course, they are going to qualify. They are going to top the group. I see FC Porto placing second, Shakhtar Donetsk placing third, but I won't be surprised if I see Shakhtar Donetsk qualifying, or if I see Shakhtar Donetsk placing second in this particular group. I wouldn't be surprised. But Royal Antwerp will be the shipping boys. Of course, Royal Antwerp will be the shipping boys. So that is what we have to say about this particular group. In general, Champions League is coming. Of course, teams are happy. Fans are happy to watch their team perform in the Champions League. Chelsea, they didn't qualify for the Champions League. Liverpool, they didn't qualify for the Champions League. A whole lot of banter on social media. People are saying, if you haven't qualified for the Champions League, just keep quiet. Don't talk about the Champions League, bro. I am quiet, bro. I am quiet, bro. But when it comes to the content creation, we create the content for the people to listen, or for the people to watch. So that is the Champions League for you. In all, of course, I am looking at a very, 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 very good Champions League campaign. I wouldn't predict the winner, because Champions League, when we get to the round of 16, when we get to the knockout stage of the Champions League, that is where you know the people who win the Champions League, or the teams who qualify, or the teams who be at the final. So as of now, I wouldn't be able to predict the champion. Well, of course, Manchester City are always the favorites, but because they are the defending champion. But of course, I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell you that Manchester City will win the Champions League, or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich will win the Champions League. But when we start and then we get to the knockout stage, that is when we will know the person or the team who will win the Champions League. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Press the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. On IG, it is football_insights on IG. On X, it is footy_insights. On TikTok, it is footy_insights1 on TikTok. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.